Hello everybody and welcome to the Unkindled Guide to Dark Souls 3. So we're playing this set and we're going through the Cathedral of the Deep. But first,
Well met,
uh,
Ashen. How
I
may...
do a little side quest here to get patches. Unbreaking patches he is in this one. There's actually two ways to get them. One way is, one way is,
Ashen 1.
one way is in the Cathedral of the Deep, where you go, where you use like across this, he's at this lever, and it's a bridge. Well, it looks like a bridge at first. And then you talk to him. He's dressed as what's his name? Sigward. He has his armor and shit. I don't get the trigger. I don't get that particular introduction scene to trigger, but I do get this one to trigger. Not initially though. I don't know why. Like I think you have to go to the cleansing chapel to get him to appear at the what is it? The fucking to get him to appear at the this part. Up here you get the firekeeper key, and if you didn't do the sequence break, you could get on the roof of the filing shrine from here. Okay. That's already open. So I'm thinking I already was here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So this was my second time actually coming through this area, I think. Or was it? I'm not sure. No, it wasn't. I don't remember that door always being open though. So you get the firekeeper soul. Excuse me. You get the firekeeper soul. Once you get that, you can cure the dark sign, which I showed. I think I showed it off. I'm not sure. So now, usually after grabbing that, Patches locks the door behind you, and he talks some trash. He talks about stealing your shit and all that after you die. Like, I don't know what caused it not to happen, but I think you have to go into the cleansing chapel and activate that bonfire, because that's what I did, and it worked out for me. But since even though I didn't trigger that event, I'll still show you how to get out of here. Only reason I showed this way is because there's an item over here. It's the firekeeper garbs. So, you know, if you're a collector of items and stuff, that's the one way to get down. But there's actually another way to get down, which I'll probably show you as my other character. So what is it now? Okay, so this is the door that the sword master was guarding. Don't know why he was guarding it. Maybe he wasn't guarding it, maybe he was just chilling there for no good reason. You know, because fuck these guys, right? Oh well, I don't know why I got hit there. So what do we talk about? Like, since this is just like, it's just little stuff. It's nothing too amazing, spectacular. I give her the.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire.
My heart desires you to take this.
This is.
Yeah, firekeeper soul.
What lies within me. Then let it find its own place within my bosom.
That tower is a firekeeper grave.
We are both firekeepers
Burial site.
after all. Forgive me, sister. May the flames guide thy way. Farewell, Ashen One.
Farewell, Ashen One. Oh, to the Cathedral of the Deep. Bit of an asshole area, to be honest with you. Like this first part that leads to the Cathedral of the Deep, there is a brigadier standing at the top of the steps. Then behind him is a room full of dogs and archers. So if you got a bow, use it. If not, keep your shield up and try to bait the dogs out. You know, stand behind trees while you fight. There is a crest shield. That shield parries, so if you're looking for a medium shield, it parries. There you go. Let's see. So let's talk about some of the enemies. You got the Devaulted of the Deep, which are basically your regular hollowed priest or whatever. You know, they don't have any spells or nothing. They just melee users. Then you got your reanimated corpses. Now these dudes do not die. Like they just continue to respawn out of the ground. But I do think you get souls for them. Now this dude just fucks my shit up. I don't know if I was trying. I wasn't trying to parry him, but he does just tear me a new one. He's not really that tough. He uses an axe, which is pretty easy parry, and he fucking repulsed me. That's what made this fight difficult, because he repulsed me. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm fighting NPCs that fight like you, I tend to turtle too much, and I don't really know why. I guess because I have this fear of PvP and Phantom Reach and all bullshit like that. Like I just fucking hate PvP so much. Like if the connections were better and more solid, so when you're fighting somebody and you slash at them, get the sound effect, but then it's like they roll and it's like, oh, no damage. It's just like, oh, go fuck off then, Like I just swung, got the sound effect, got the hit to confirm hit, but you just roll and you fucking fine. Like come on, and I hate fucking rolling in this game because rolling is just like, oh look, just fucking roll infinitely. Like rolling is so annoying. Then you got this is the area with the dogs and the archers that you shoot flaming arrows, so be careful about that if you're gonna block it with your shield. So I sped this section up because it doesn't take me a while, but it's just not really entertaining to watch me shoot arrows at some guys and pretty much take it slow. Well, since this is a walkthrough, I try to show you the best approach through an area, but sometimes the best approach is a slow approach. But maybe when I do like a playthrough of this, or just like me fucking around, just not really, just playing in new ways, then I'll probably just run up there and fucking hack and slash, invest in vitality and stamina and shit, So alright, so I'm done with that area. Next area is the Cleansing Chapel, where you meet your first devout bomber, which is basically it's basically the same as the regular hollow guys, but except they have a flaming weapon, which they can plunge into themselves and light their self on fire and run at you and explode. So it's not as bad as the guys from Dark Souls 2 who exploded. Like the guys in Dark Souls 2 who exploded were just fucking horrendous. They're terrible. I hated them. Hated them with a passion. Because they did ridiculous amounts of damage. Now this is Cleansing Chapel. Now I walked over by that well because usually Siegward is in that well. Where his quest line, Patches stripped him of his armor and knocked him in that well, I guess. And if you buy Siegward's armor off of Patches and come back to that well, you can give it to him. Whew. But we'll all go through that once that starts happening. So this area, the Cleansing Chapel, excuse me, the Cleansing Chapel is a bit of a tricky area. Not so much because of the area being like complex or anything. It's just the enemies are a bit annoying. Cause you got these, like I said, you got your excuse me, you got your reanimated corpses, which don't ever die. But then you got your infested corpses, which have these like leech type things that protrude out their belly, and it's like you got these leech things that shoot out their belly, and when they hit you, they apply a bleed status. But it's not like, oh, it hits you, you get some bleed on you, and it hits you again, you get more bleed until it hits you enough times to cause you to bleed out. No, 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 no. These guys will hit you with a constant bleed buildup because it's leeches and they sucking your blood. So they're draining your blood and it just builds up over time. Now, I had my character had a good bleed resistance. But even at a good bleed resistance, at max 2, I would get bled out 2 times. Like it would be like blood loss would happen 2 times. Now this time, I do trigger the patches thing. I think you can even hear the door shut behind me. Yeah, you hear the door shut behind me. So patches fucking locks you in here, so I run around, go back in.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late? Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're amongst your own. Plenty of company, right? Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy.
And that's pretty much, that's all his dialogue.
By stripping it, you're gonna...
So I showed you how to get out of it before, but I died doing it again. I don't even know how. Like I hit the wall, hit the coffin, slid off the coffin, hit the floor, and then died. I think, do I show it? No, I think I show it. Or do I cut it? Let's see. Woo! Slip, swoop, slide, and just death. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. Even if you die during that section, patches will still be here.
You're alive. Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right? Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance. I knew you'd understand. I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever.
So he sells black fire bombs, rusted coins, rubbish for some reason, dark pine resin or human pine resin, one of the two. And he has his armor. So if you wanna make a unbreakable patches build, you can.
Ah, I see you've made Re-Rat. The sneaking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing. Ah, a step. Can't find. Well, you could try looking a little harder.
Okay, so Patch's storyline actually, you can pretty much. Okay, alright. So if you want to keep Gary Grey Rat alive, there's two things you need to do. You need to make sure Sigurd isn't locked up in Illerith dungeon, and you need to kill Patches.
Oh, prithee, art thou good rules, master? I am Uriah of Londor, a close friend of his. Thanks to thee, your soul is redeemed. Allow me to express my gratitude in his stead. Another matter. Thou a lord, art thou not? Bearer of the dark sigil, and our Lord of Hollows. For the time thou remainst our Lord, we of Londor shall serve thee. And I, of course, am also thine.
So she gives you the Londor Braille Divine Tome, which you can give to Arena to teach her. I mean, for her to teach you that. But if you're trying to get a different quest path line with her, don't teach her those. There's another character who can learn them. She's a little stubborn, but you know, a little, what do you call it? A little pestering to get your thing. Now, purging curse stones work totally different than they did in the previous games. Instead of purging, you know, like if you got cursed by a basilisk or something, it purges that.
One piece. You can keep the ring as.
Instead of like purging curse or whatever, so you get like your health back or whatever, this actually cures your hollowing temporarily, though. Like it doesn't get rid of the hollowing effect, but it just restores your human look. You know, now if you're not down with that and you just don't mind the hollowing, you know, cool to you. I don't want to look like beef jerky. But unfortunately with this character, I am going down the hollow ending path line, so I need to do it. Excuse me, I need to do everything so I can get that. So that means I'm gonna have to be looking like beef jerky. Whew. Okay. So I'll check again. Still no secret. Now in here is a Estus shard. Unfortunately, you guys start fucking these guys up to get it, but they all do come alive. Some are a little more well armed. There you go. As you see, they set themselves on fire. Now they don't, like I said, they don't do that much damage. Hey, look at that. I was hit pretty much head on. I didn't take that much damage, so they're not that deadly. And they don't have a blast. They don't have a knockback effect. Like if they jump and blast, they don't blow you back. So you don't have to worry about that. So there's an Estus shard. So what am I thinking about putting on right now? Oh, I wanted to grab. I'm going back to buy a torch because any fire weapon, be it fire infusement or fire Cantus's fire weapon spell, like pyromancy spell, or the pine resin, doesn't matter what fire type it is.
Wow,
Hitting those guys that are leech
one.
based, the corpse grubs and the infested corpses, does maximum damage and stun locks the corpse grubs. As I will show you, and you will hear their terrifying screech of pain and misery. So I put the flame on, show it off. Now, unlike any other, unlike the previous Dark Souls, there's no timer on this. It's just, you know, it lasts forever. So we head on out. Oh, also you get a new poles from Patches over here. You get the Patches squad. Yep, Patches
Yes,
squat.
aren't you glad we made good of things?
Still doesn't have the armor. He also sells poison arrows. And he has a ring that increases your kick damage, so it drains more stamina. I don't know who the fuck would waste a ring slot on that. That shit seems silly. Back to the Cathedral. So we have here where we'll first run into the reanimated corpses. Now that dude set stuff on fire. Now they can hurt each other with that bombing shit. You see how they just crawl off the ground? They will do that infinitely. But like I said, I think you do get souls from them. So, you know, if you want to farm this area, I guess it'd be kind of cool. But they only give like 22 souls, so I guess it's not really that useful of an area to farm. You can get a great sword through here, the historic great sword. It's a really cool looking great sword. It's also a dex great sword, so if you're looking for a great sword to use as a dex build, that's pretty good. You know, if you're not a fan of the curved great swords. Here's the historic great sword. There you go. Then we run off to an area that's kind of like a weird split area. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. So you run down here, and it's like a little pathway. Now I drop down on this side to go grab these two items. And be careful because they don't immediately get up to attack you. They kind of just hang out. But once you grab the Executioner's Great Sword and that Fading Soul, they immediately get upset with you and start coming out of the ground to destroy you. So just dash through this area, try not to get hit. We're trying to get to a bridge that leads to the Cathedral graveyard, which it looks like a graveyard to me. It's now those are the infested corpses. Those guys are annoying as hell. Cause once they sprout out, they have way much more health than they would as just a regular corpse, reanimated corpse. So I'm going to put my, what am I looking for? I think I'm getting a parry shield out. Yeah, because these grave wardens they're called Cathedral grave wardens. You know, they're a little bit fucky. So they're easy to parry. They're easy to parry. But I still don't like them. Cause like my first time through, they gave me a lot of trouble. And they do bleed, so you know you gotta be careful of that. It's just a bad time, so you gotta be wary of their fuckery. And they drop Titanite shards apparently. So you drop down here, and then the cool thing about down here is you see that white tree? Our homeboy's watching. So we hang around here for a little bit. And as you see, I'll have bleed on me, but putting the torch up took the leeches off of me. So as you see, our homeboy is dropping the arrows with the precision of a god from all the way back at the undead settlement. So he's dropping those bowls, and I just kind of let him do that for this section. I pick up the items. You got repair powder. Estus shard is out on the ledge over there. What else? Got more large souls. Yeah, over the ledge over there is a Estus shard. I try to get a look to see where he's fired from, but I didn't get it. I can't. I don't think I actually get to look because I try not to get attacked. So that dude's alive. I try to just fucking flame him. As you see, it stuns them like really, really good. They get mad stun. But since they're like half reanimated corpse, half leech, you know, fire isn't always super effective on them unless you hit the leech. You know, if you hit the body, it doesn't do that much. I got tired of waiting for him to try to shoot this guy with the arrow, so I just run up on him and start smacking him with my sword. That dude ain't doing nothing, he just playing in the dirt. I'll leave him be. I go over there and grab that Estus shard and be on my way. Oh no, it's not Estus shards, bone, undead bone shards, I guess. I knew it was something that was really important. So over here is the cursed ward shield, or it's the Pursuer's Great Shield. Cursed War Great Shield. It is basically the Pursuer's Great Shield from Dark Souls 2. They just changed the name of it. I don't even know if that shield had curse resistance or whatever. Excuse me. So down here is the corpse grubs, which are leechmen that are not attached to a reanimated corpse. Now I take... Oh, no, one followed me. He hits me, but I got the torch out on cool. But then I started smacking him. You just hear him scream, the pain, the suffering, the agony that they're in. And like, I hate those things so fucking much, so I kind of enjoy the ass whooping I lay on them with this torch. I don't think there's any items down here, I'm just checking. Do I go down there and whoop the ass? Huh. I guess I do. I thought I would circle around behind them and hit them in the back. Oh, roll off the way. The torch will begin. Yep, and I think that respawns. So if you ever just need to let off some steam, just come back here with a flame torch and just whip them and hear them scream and suffer. And he's dead. Yep, the whipping of the leechmen. It's a great pastime of Hollows. Just give a leechman a beat down every now and again. It's wonderful, wonderful day. Alright, so there's like, I think there's 3 crystal lizards in this area. Titanite shard. But by this time, if you did Farron's Keep and then came to the Cathedral Deep, you don't really need, you're not worried about fucking, what is this shit called? Titanite shards. Now this little fucker runs over to the big crystal lizard. It's like, ha, you can't get me now, you dumb son of a bitch. And I was like, okay, I got something for that ass. So I put my giant sword over, and I go whoop that giant crystal lizard's ass. I actually managed to repulse his ass, or I like to say it's a visceral attack. This is what this shit fucking is. It's a goddamn visceral attack. I just wish it was a way to trigger them more often. I see. Then you fucking whoop. And he's gone. Hey, fucking, I love that shit. I love visceral attacks from Bloodborne. That shit was so cool. I wish there was just some kind of way to do it in Dark Souls instead of just like kicking a shield away and just fucking their study or post them. It'd be just nice to be able to fuck somebody over with like I don't know, like if you fucking threw dust in her fucking face or some shit. Like if you had like a little item or something, like a smoke, something, like a little thing you could throw at somebody when they're about to attack you, and it fucking hits them, they're stunned, and you just go over there and fucking stab their ass. I would love that. Like that would be pretty fucking awesome to me. You know, you could tell them Dex builds go fuck themselves. They'll be all fast and be like, oh, then you just fucking fling one of those jaws at them, and just like, oh, like that would be dope. Like just be like, just do a quick parry on them. Fucking, you got your shield parries. You got your, yeah, there. Fucking, that's the. I reloaded the game to get his ass. Like I quit out and reloaded it just to go fuck him up. So back here's another leech dude, and I think the poison blight ring is back here. So I try to sneak up on him, but he turns around. But I'm like, hey. You only see your death coming now. And then suffer it ends. And I think that's the poison bite ring. Yep. Up there's a shortcut that we'll be getting to, I think. I don't think it'll be in this video, but it might be in the next one. I started checking areas for invisible walls, but there are no invisible walls in this area. So, what was I talking about? Oh, alright, so that covers basically the outside of the grave area for the Cathedral of the Deep. Cathedral of the Deep. Wow. So you come back up here and you can make your way to the Cathedral of the Deep's front door. But unfortunately the front door does not open to you. So you have to go around. And you gotta hang out. Excuse me. You gotta proceed over some archways. Or what is, damn it, I can't think. Basically, you know how in Alonzo you had to crawl across those, you had to walk across those things? You had the archers shooting at you and shit? Well, it's basically that. It's basically that, but you don't have fucking people shooting umbrellas at you. You got regular guys who try to attack you, and you got regular guys who might try to shoot you with fire arrows and shit. You know, but that's the least of your worries. Now, I knew about everybody except one guy who I think ran up the side. I don't know, maybe he climbed up, I'm not sure. Like, that dude, I don't remember him. I know there's a dude laying down, there's a dude walking, and then there's a dude up top shooting arrows. Oh, here he comes with his flaming sword of justice. Look at that, I smoked him. But luckily the archer dude was stupid enough to drop down, so I ran down there and I started fucking hitting his ass. Ugh. You should have stayed up there and maybe waste my time shooting at you, but you didn't, so I'm grateful for that. Yep, so that's where we're going. We gotta cross over all that bullshit and try not to get knocked off. Easier said than done, but I'll make it look really easy in this because I am going to use the bow of justice. So I try to stab this dude. Try not to fall off. Now the thing in this area is, imagine this area as the Church of the Way of White, and everybody here hunts the undead. So be wary of Lloyd's talismans, or as in this game they're called undead hunter charms. Because they will fucking stop you from using any of your Estus. So let's keep that in mind. Now these guys litter this area. I don't know what they had in the Cathedral of the Deep that would have like slaves or thieves in it, but there's so many. Like they're just all over, hanging on the walls. And I'm like, when you become undead, you don't get fatigue? Like, I guess you don't get fatigue. Well, I guess you do get fatigue if you still have your mind. Like, your brain tells you, hey, you're tired. You know, because these dudes hang on walls forever. They just hanging on walls and chilling and shit. I'm like, come on now. There's our buddies down there shooting off arrows. Now we'll speed up this part for you. So I have to so I sped this part up for you guys because I take out pretty much everybody from here from a bow. Down there is there's 4 guys down this square. There's 2 thieves, 1 evangelicus, and like 4 devoted priest. Now, she can smack you off the edge and shit. So I try not to fight her close range at any point in time. So they killed themselves. They lit themselves on fire and ran at me and blew themselves up. But you know, I wasn't down there, so it was all for nothing. So there are 2 thieves. Like I said, there's 2 thieves down here. Like right in this edge, right over here, there's 2 thieves. So I know about this one, but there's also a second one. Well, I don't know where the second one dropped. The second one dropped on me, which almost gets me fucking killed. But just know that those 2 were there, and just take the precautions and make sure you don't fuck yourself up. Alright, so down there, I'm not sure. I think it's more Lloyd's talismans or undead hunter charms. Yeah, these are all in that. Fuck, you already healed. Yeah, undead hunter charms. They got like the undead dual charms, which stops people from healing and using their arts or using their spells and shit like that. Now down here is a bit of a clusterfuck. Okay, so there's like 3 there's 3 thieves down here. There is, as you see, one of those fucking what is that guy called? A undead hunter. So you got all these thieves, you got these dudes. Now actually I run up here and the thieves actually kill themselves because they're so fast they just sprint off the edge. Yeah, I missed that first one. But I think I actually catch one of them flying off the edge. I thought, there he goes, right off the edge. I tried to see if I can kick him off the before someone kick him off, but it was no go. Now down there, you see a little glowing item with the sign written down there. That's actually a shortcut to the Cathedral cleansing chapel. And we'll actually walk by there. Now when you go through here, you'll get up there are grave wardens, Cathedral grave wardens. And see that? Look at that. There's 2 thieves in here. Like I said, keep an eye on the walls. Keep an eye on the walls, the ceiling. It's all necessary. Keep yourself alive. And it was you can pick up their hat. And you got another soul. But yeah, keep your eye on those guys. Keep your eyes on the walls and ceilings, on hangings, or whatever. Just keep your eye out. Because they are waiting and ready to screw you over. So there's nothing up here. If you don't grab the red bugs or pellets or whatever it is to boost your resistance to bleed or fire, you can actually see these guys from here. I think you can kill them and they won't even trigger. And you can get the item with no fears. And you got these 2 dudes over here who think they slick and they gonna lay down and attack them. It's not happening. So I kill these 3 dudes. I put on another. I put my parry shield on because I try to parry these wardens again. I actually do manage to parry him after it slashes me up a good bit, and I have to run away and heal. I think there's actually two in here. You don't see the second one. Yeah, I have to run away because that dual slash attack that hurt me really bad. They also have a fire attack, as you see right there. They can like, I don't know what the fuck, but they slash their swords together and do like combustion. And I parry them, and they just get wrecked. I got the robes. Fucking fashion souls over here. So here's another Grey Warden. I don't think I parried her. I think I just kind of slashed her to death. Well, she stopped doing that double slash attack, which is parryable. I'm just sucking at parrying it, as you can see. Get wrecked. And I just slashed her to death. Luckily, somehow that attack did not hit me. Like that's I think maybe it was just a backstep. I don't know, but it sounded like it was an attack. So up here are two devoted bombers. Be careful. They light themselves on fire. They'll try to blow you up and shit. So keep an eye on that. Make sure you got your health top up. But these two scrubs get stuck in the wall, kill each other. Now up here is the entrance into the cathedral and the first shortcut back to the cleansing chapel. Now down the end of here, oh, you got that guy right there, but down the end there is a giant undead with an axe. I mean giant, he's bigger than the others. You got 5 dudes down there praying, but once you start attacking them, they will trigger, except if you attack this dude back here, he won't trigger them. Now I'm prepared to see the most awesome Spartan kick of all time. You see this dude over here? He think he's slick. Try to climb up. Get out of here, bitch. So what I was trying to do originally was see that guy over in the corner. Because when you start attacking those guys, he'll run out and jump on your ass. So I try to just start slashing at him, try to take him out. But it doesn't go so well, but luckily those guys don't give a fuck. They busy praying to that statue. Roll past him, backstab, he's done. Hey look, got this weapon. Now I should have put on my Y-hander and started fucking these guys up in numbers, but I didn't. But things look just as well if I, used my Y-hander. So that's an ember. Now what you got here is the entrance to the Cathedral of the Deep. I had to take the side door. Now in here are 2 giant slaves. They are not that tough, to be honest. They don't have that much health. There's a lot more than most enemies. But given their size, what can you expect? Oh well, yeah, those dudes are writhing, rotted flesh. They do hang on the walls and ceiling and shit, so keep your eye out for them. Now, there's a statue. There's a statue above this item that spews poison. Yeah, the dual shrines. I just showed it all, just so you know, be careful. Some statues do spit poison. These guys are the Deacons of the Deep. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, Deacons of the Deep. For some reason, their bullshit confused pyromancy that has better homing than pyromancy, which is fucking ridiculous. Oh, excuse me. So here's the first shortcut to the final area, to the cleansing chapel, and this is where I will call it the end of the video. think there's an item out here. No, just a candle. Open the cleansing chapel doors so we may cleanse ourselves of all the leech blood that we have on us. And bada boom, bada bang. That's the first part of the Cathedral of the Deep. I'll see you all in the next part. Have a nice day.